if you want the one from the last match back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Palace here at Papillion La Vista High School. My name is Mackenzie Frederick, and I'll be your commentator for the evening. Our second matchup of the triangular is between the Papillion La Vista Monarchs and the Lincoln Pius Thunderbolts. The Monarchs are ranked number 8 in the state and number 5 in Class A by the Omaha World Herald, and the Thunderbolts are number 9 in Class A by the Omaha World Herald. This is a top 10 matchup. The Monarchs are led by senior middle blocker Mia Taverdi, who is committed to the University of Oregon next year. Senior setter Reagan Hickey, who is committed to Regis University, which is located in Denver, Colorado. And senior Faith Frame, the transfer from Gretna, who is committed to the University of Cincinnati. The Thunderbolts will start with the serve by Sida Hagdorn. Ball is out. First error of the match by Hagdorn. She will send Faith Frame back to serve. Good serve recovered by Markowski. Chelsea DeVendable on the outside. Carlin Francis with the dig. Hickey will send it to Morgan Glazier on the outside, who will tool off the block. There to Chesley Venable out the middle. A tip. Blocked by Glazier and Taverdi. Obviously the ball was way too close to the net there, so they couldn't get it over the net without the block of Morgan Glazier and Mia Taverdi getting in the way. Faith Frame now back to serve. Nobi with the return. Riling bumps that out to Venable. Way out of bounds by Venable. Thunderbolts right away with 2 quick errors. Faith Frame will continue her service run. Chesley to Venable. She will be blocked by the Monarchs. Once again, that ball set way too tight for the net. There was nothing she could do, especially with the block of 2 girls over 6 feet right in front of her. Faith Frame is an amazing server. She has over 44 aces on the season, including another one right there. Make it 45 for Faith Frame. What a serve right on the line. Markowski, Nobi, and Riling all thought it was out of bounds. Frame out of bounds this time. She got too excited from her ace. Bolts back to serve. Ball is over, and Carlin Francis will return. Frame will bump set Glazier, who will send it down the line. Miscommunication there between Ava Markowski and the right back defender. But Glazier still got it. She will send senior Julia Davenport back to serve. Julia Davenport is committed to the University of Kearney to continue her volleyball career. Serve is over and in. Markowski with the return to Sammy Chesley to Nobi, who will tip down the line. Frame with the hustle play. Reagan Hickey will send a free ball. Chesley to the outside. Nobi. Frame with the return. Hickey to Taverdi. Tip return. Bump set miscommunication. They cannot get it over the net. Sammy Chesley and Ava Markowski both wanted to help out their outside hitter there with the ball, but they cannot send it over. The Bolts will now call a timeout. And the Monarchs are now up by 6 points. So far, the Monarchs are 15-10 this season. They haven't lost a match since the second day of the Allison Weston Invitational, where they finished in 5th place. They are off to a slower start on the season. They've played competitive teams, but they have not lived up to the preseason hype, where they were projected number 2 right behind the fellow Papillion team of the Titans. The Monarchs are coming off of a win, or a sweep even better, against Bellevue East on Tuesday. They are led by 8 amazing seniors, 4 of which Reagan Hickey, Morgan Glazier, Faith Frame, and Mia Taverdi made the AVCA All-American watch list before the season. They all contribute in absolutely amazing ways for this Monarch team, including senior Julia Davenport, who is a great server. She has 22 aces compared to only 21 service errors on the season, which is always impressive considering you want a higher ace to error ratio. Serve in. Chesley with the tip over. Davenport is there. Hickey out to Glazier. Glazier hard hit down the line, dug by Markowski. Out to Nobi. Down the line, ball is in. Good hit there by Keely Nobi. She will register the first kill of the match for Lincoln Pius. Nobi will now go back to serve. Davenport with the reception. Out to Glazier. Blocked. Glazier again. It's on the line. Riling bumps up to Markowski, who will free ball it over. Francis with return to Mia Taverdi on the slide. Tip dug by Chesley. Free ball over. To Taverdi again. Right down the middle. There is Mia Taverdi's first kill of the match, one of many more to come. Mia Taverdi leads the team in hitting percentage with a 3.53 percentage and in kills with 249 on the year. She just recently passed 1,000 career kills for the Monarchs as Morgan Glazier serves. Chesley to Venable. Blocked by Taverdi out of the middle. There's Taverdi's third block of the match already. Monarchs, 3 of their points have come from blocks. Overall, as a team, they do have 127 blocks on the season, make it 130, as Glazier will serve again. Chesley out to Markowski. Double contact called on Sammy Chesley. Third error for the Bolts will put the Monarchs up by 8 points. Morgan Glazier with a good serve. Chesley has to bump set out to Markowski. Fake frame. Mia Taverdi will set. Aubrey Fatine. Chesley again to Markowski. Tip. Davenport. Reagan Hickey will dump. Unsuccessful. Markowski again. Blocked by Taverdi. Mia Taverdi is an absolute menace at the net. You do not want to get in her way at all. Right away at the end of the set there, you saw freshman Aubrey Fatine check into the match. Aubrey Fatine plays in the outside hitter position as a freshman, which is extremely impressive to me. She plays for the club team Premier, which is not only one of the best clubs in the state, but also one of the best in the nation. They work hard in disciplining their girls to learn not only the game and how to read the court, but also what to do in different scenarios of the game. Nebraska is truly and officially a volleyball sport, with multiple players on the Monarchs going to universities to continue their volleyball career. And Faith Venable for Pius is going to the University of Nebraska Omaha. She will be a Maverick in 2 years. Monarchs now up by 11 points as Morgan Glazier will continue her service run. Chelsea will set Venable out of the middle, touch off of the block. Hickey to Taverdi, who will hit the ball into the net. That marks Taverdi's first error of the night. Macy Abel now serving. Davenport with a return out to Taverdi. Wow. Taverdi not only tools off the block, but then hits it straight down to the floor. No one was there. No one was moving. She got the kill. Taverdi will now go back to serve. Now Taverdi does have 17 aces on the season, but also has 32 errors. So let's see what she can do here. Ball is hit over and in. Returned by Nobi to Chesley. Blocked by Lillian Vittera. Junior Lillian Vittera is such a dynamic athlete. She plays basketball and she participates in high jump and track and field. Truly a multi-sport athlete and also an incredible person. There is Mia Taverdi's 38th service error on the year. Senior setter Sammy Chesley now serving. Morgan Glazier with a great pass. She'll set up Fatine, who rips the ball straight to the middle. It is returned with an overpass. Fatine again off the net, blocked. Returned by Frame. Glazier out of the back row. Dug by Chesley. Joust lost by Lillian Vittera. And there is Sita Hagdorn from Lincoln Pius. The outside hitter and middle blocker can get up and make plays at the net like you just saw there. Senior Sammy Chesley now serving again. Davenport with the return, tight to the net. Hickey dumps over. Chesley to Markowski. Tip. Davenport to Hickey. To Fatine. Ball out of bounds. Freshman Aubrey Fatine is a spark off the bench, but also is known to make errors when she checks into the match. If she can learn how to channel her gameplay, she'll be a force to be reckoned with. Service error there by Chesley will put the Monarchs up by 8 points. That is the Thunderbolts' second service error of the match. Senior setter Reagan Hickey, one of the best servers on this Monarch team, will now serve. And she will get an ace. What an absolute rocket there by Reagan Hickey. Reagan Hickey might not get the most aces on the team, but she can go on runs like no one else. Her jump float serve is one of the best in the Metro. Hard and flat, right over the net. Puts the other team out of system every time. Once again, you saw a tip over the net. Hickey now to Burden on the outside. Pin on the pin, out to Markowski. Glazier, Doug, to Hickey, to Vitera, out of the middle! Lillian Vitera jumps out the gym and puts that ball to the floor. What an absolutely dynamic hit there by Lillian Vitera, straight down. You love to see it out of your middle blockers. She put the Monarchs up by 10. Hickey now serving. Markowski, Doug. Hagedorn out of the middle. Doug by Morgan Glazier, but they are not able to keep it in the air. She will send sophomore Ava Markowski back to serve. Markowski serves over the net, returned by 15. 15 with the tip down the line. Wow, that's a stellar shot there by Aubrey 15. Way to be aware of what's going on the court. She sends it straight down the line into the corner of left back. Absolutely no one's gonna get that ball at any point. That forces middle and left back to cross, which is a really hard thing to execute for a team. Reiling with the pass out to Nobi, who is blocked by Lillian Vitera and Lauren Burden. Lillian Vitera and Lauren Burden work so well together as blockers. Both of their hands are closed and pressed way over the net, so it's a really hard hit around them, considering they're both over 6 feet tall. Service out of bounds by Carlin Francis. Francis was the libero last year for this Monarch team as a sophomore, which was a huge ask of Priscilla Peterson for her to do, but she did it, and she did it well. Now, of course, with Faith Frame coming in, she did not get the libero job again this year, but she will have it next year. Morgan Glazier's hit is out of bounds, but she was way off the net, so I don't think that's a terrible error for her to make, considering the Monarchs are still up by 9 points. Morgan Glazier is also a fantastic athlete. She has multiple medals in both hurdles and high jump for the Monarch track team. Hickey will set her again. Down the line, Doug by Hagdorn. Chesley out to Nobi. Hickey will set Vitera, who is Doug. Free ball. Glazier with a big swing on the outside. Vitera out of the middle. Venable again will win the joust against Lillian Vitera. What a play by the junior middle blocker, Faith Venable. Send that ball straight to the floor. Morgan Glazier again, roll shot down the line. Hagedorn will set Nobi. Nobi with the tip. Doug. Double contact called on the Monarchs. Service in. Doug by Faith Frame. Set to Vitera. Tips it right down the middle, but it is Doug. Nobi with the tip again. Francis with the dig. Glazier right down the line. Hits Chesley almost in the face. What a swing by Morgan Glazier. You can just tell she wanted that ball. Hits it right down the line. Hard, aggressive, and flat. Ball is all the way turned. Thumb all the way down. What a swing. Jim is silent because of that. Faith Frame. Ball is just out of bounds, barely. Monarchs up by 7 now. as Pius will go back to serve. Over and in. She gets the ace. Carlin Francis's feet were not planted on the ground. She was still moving as she was trying to get the ball, which is why the ball, of course, rolled right off her arms. Morgan Glazer with a much better pass. Out to her again. Down the line! Holy moly. Morgan Glazer with back-to-back outstanding kills, ripped right down the sideline. I would not want to be Sammy Chesley in that situation. She will send Julia Davenport back to the line as the Monarchs pull within 5 of winning set 1. Julia, serve is in. Chesley out to Nalby out of the middle. Carlin Francis with the dig. To Taverdi in the middle! That connection between Reagan Hickey and Mia Taverdi is smooth like butter. They've played together for so many years that it's just seamless. They play not only together in school, but also for the club premiere. They play on the top team, which this year will be 18 gold. Venable on the outside. What a dig by Julia Davenport. Morgan Glazer will send a free ball over to Riley. To Nobi on the outside. Touch off the block. Hickey to Taverdi out of the middle. Absolutely give it to her. Nobody stopping that. Mia Taverdi has an absolute cannon of an arm. She loads up, gets her arm all the way back. Her hand is by her ear when she's loaded up, and she swings fast, snaps her wrist. That ball's to the floor. Davenport serving. Skims the tape. Chesley to Venable. I believe a double contact. Yep, double contact will be called on Sammy Chesley. Puts the Monarchs back up by 10, and they pull within 2. So far, everything has been clicking on all cylinders for the Monarchs. Offense, defense, all of it. Davenport with the serve. To Chesley. Out to Venable. Touch off the block. Glazer with the return. To Hickey, to Taverdi. Tip. Dug by Chesley. Out to Nobi. Tip. She swipes it right off the hands of Mia Taverdi and Reagan Hickey, which is a very smart play. She could see that they weren't all the way closed with their block, and they were still moving their hands. They weren't pressed over the net, so she swipes her right off, gets a point. To Taverdi on the slide. Give it to her. Right off the block and down. That's the 5th kill of the night for Mia Taverdi. Already in this first set, she will set up Monarch set point as Morgan Glazer goes back to serve. Over and in for Morgan Glazer. Out to Markowski. Davenport with return. To Aubrey Fatine, who will swing into the tape. Second error of the night for freshman Aubrey Fatine. She will send Macy Abel back to serve. Ball's over and in. Morgan Glazer with the return. To Aubrey Fatine, give it to her again. Tip, no good. Markowski on the outside. Gets the touch off of Taverdi, and Fatine cannot recover it. Ava Markowski was a bright spot for the Thunderbolts in the last match. Recording 10 kills, which was a match high. Hickey to Taverdi. Tip. There you go. That's a tip everyone loves to see out of Mia, who already has 6 kills of the match. She is leading everyone by at least 3. Following her is Morgan Glazer. Speaking of Mia Taverdi, she is not short on any awards whatsoever. Last year, she was second team All-Metro and the Super State second team. She also earned Class A first team All-State honors, and she was invited to train with Team USA Volleyball over the summer. Recently, she was selected to play in the Under Armour All-American game in Orlando. this preseason, she was selected for the Super Six, which is compiled by the Omaha World Herald. They pick the best player for each position in the state, and they put them together. She's joined by people like outside hitter Lauren Medic from South, DS Olivia Mock from Bennington, who will play at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln next year, and setter Reese Booth from Elkhorn North, the daughter of Creighton head coach Kristen Bernthal Booth. Mia Taverdi also plays tennis with her best friend Reagan Hickey. And like I mentioned earlier, she reached 1,000 kills. So far, I think Pius needs to get better at their first reception serve receive. They cannot get the ball to Stanley Chesley in an orderly manner, which forces them to play out of system, which, quite frankly, really doesn't work, especially when you're playing a team like the Monarchs. The Monarchs are stellar at blocking and hitting, and you can't do that with the Monarchs. They're just too good to do that. Just a reminder for everyone that tomorrow night, PLV Media will be streaming the Monarch homecoming game, where the Omaha Central Eagles will take on your Papillion La Vista Monarchs. That stream will start tomorrow at 6:30, and the game starts at 7. Everyone is getting ready here for set 2. And here come the Monarchs. Coach Priscilla Peterson is a very dynamic coach. It is only her second year, but she knows this building and the program well. She is an alum of Papillion La Vista. She set countless records at the University of Midland and was first team All-State in 2015. She was a part of that infamous 40-0 team who lost in the state championship, I believe, to Marion, who the Monarchs will play in the next game of this triangular, the next and final match. Senior libero Faith Frame, now back to serve. The Cincinnati commit has been the defensive anchor for the Monarchs this season. Ball is over and in. Out to Nobi on the outside. Hickey to Glazier. Touch off the block. Good tip by Nobi there on the outside. She will register her third kill of the match and gets the quick side out for the Thunderbolts. They take the first lead of this match also, 1-0. Pius will serve. Ball's in. Morgan Glazier with the reception. Out to Burden on the pin. Strong cross-court swing. She stepped over the line onto Monarch territory, so that will result in a Monarch point. As Davenport will now go back to serve. Julia Davenport is also a tremendous server. Over and in, give her an ace off of Ava Markowski. Third ace of the match from the Monarchs. The Thunderbolts don't have one, but they will probably get one soon. Davenport will serve. Out to Venable on the outside. Down the line, dug by Davenport. Glazier will tip out of the middle. Sent to Nobi, who is blocked, but they return the block. Glazier again on the outside. Blocked, dug. Give it to her again, Glazier. Dug by Riley and Carlin Francis there to return it. It's already on the slide. Blocked, dug. Carlin again. Glazier. Over the tape and down! Morgan Glazier with a great swing on the outside to end the longest rally so far of this match. The Pius parents are still getting hyped up for their team, as they should. That was a great point by both teams. Julia Davenport now back to serve, trying to extend this Monarch lead. Out to Nobi out of the middle. Hickey to Glazier. Off the hands and out of bounds. Morgan Glazier is getting ready to have a great night. I think she is far and above her normal hitting average of 260. She does have 197 kills, but tonight she has overcome 200 on the season. Venable out of the back row. Dug by Francis. Bump set out to Glazier. Dug by Markowski. Nobi on the outside. Francis again to Hickey, to Glazier. Woo, what a swing by Morgan Glazier. Drives it straight through the block and down. No one's getting to that ball. Morgan Glazier competes in the event of high jump, which is why she jumps so high and is composed in the air, because that's where she's comfortable. Davenport serves. And Chesley will try the dump, but doesn't get it over the net. Good attempt there by Sammy Chesley, just doesn't execute. There's her second error of the match. Monarchs will get, the Thunderbolts will call a timeout, as they are down by 5 points. The Thunderbolts, once again, cannot get this first reception down. Sammy Chesley's having to fly all over the place to get the ball up, and it's not working for her at the moment. They also should think about feeding someone other than Nobi out of the middle. We've seen her tip almost every single time she's hit out of the middle, and that's not a great option considering the Monarchs have read it every single time. Pius is now back on the court, ready to go. Faith Venable is in the front row. I would give the ball to her as much as possible. She's your D1 commit, your fire, your spark, your energy. Give that girl the ball. And here comes Julia Davenport on a long service run. I believe it is 4 or 5 points so far. Ball is over and in. Nobi on the outside will tip again, but she tips into the net. Nobi clearly frustrated. Would love to get something going. She just can't. They need to set her higher or get the timing down or something so she can take a real swing at the ball. Julia. Serve is out of bounds. Fourth service error of the match for the Monarchs.
7.
Keely Nobi back again to serve. Ball was going out. Hustle play by Faith Frame, but they are not able to return the point. Great hustle there by the pair of defensive specialists and libero, Julia Davenport, Faith Frame, and Carlin Francis. Carlin Francis and Faith Frame also have matching shoes, so I think that maybe helps their togetherness a little bit. Markowski on the outside, ball sails way out of bounds, hits the line judge on the shoe. Her first error of the match, paired up with her 1 kill. Markowski, who was the leader in kills in the last match, needs to get something going here for the Thunderbolts if they want to pull closer to the Monarchs. Chesley to Markowski on the outside, has to tip because the ball sails way past the antenna. To Hickey, to Fatine. Down the line and in for Aubrey Fatine. Excuse me, they call the ball out of bounds. Hitting error now by Aubrey Fatine. But it was a great swing. There's her third error of the match. Set her again. This time it's in. Aubrey Fatine with her second kill. She's high flying and has a lot of power behind her arm and in her legs. She gets up, swings, and normally it goes pretty well for her. Here is senior Mia Taverdi. Serve is in. Markowski, double contact again on Simi Chesley. We've seen that so many times from her tonight. That has to be the 5th time that's been called on her, which at this point is starting to become a little crazy. Mia Taverdi serves in. Out to Hagdorn. She'll set Markowski on the pin. Ball gets caught in the block, and they aren't able to return it. Bit of a hard time there between Videra and Glazier as the ball was caught between both of their hands on the block on the way down, so they couldn't get it over. Good tip there by Ava Markowski. Chesley will send the ball over. Davenport with the receive. Videra out of the middle. And besides her best efforts, Sida Hagdorn was not able to return that. Lillian Videra's kill was pounded right between the block, but they weren't pressed over the net and they were on their way down. So the ball went in between their chest and stomach and the net, which is never a good situation. Hickey serves. She'll set Hagdorn out of the middle with a tip. Higgy with the receive. Burden on the pin. Second swing of the match will result in the first kill for Lauren Burden. There is her 38th kill of the season. Reagan Hickey to serve. Chesley out to Cecilia Bryant. Fatine with big touch off the block. She'll set Nobi out of the back row, who hits out of bounds. Keely Nobi is clearly very upset with herself, and rightfully so. There's her second error of the match, but she just can't seem to get anything going. I don't know if it's a mental state or just the ball is not where she wants it to be, but she will now be aced. Timeout called by the Thunderbolts, who are down by 9 points. Clearly this Monarch serve and offense is disrupting the Thunderbolts to where they can't get anything going at all. Ava Markowski, who is leading the team in kills right now, currently with 3. If you recognize her last name, you are correct in what you are thinking of, most likely. She is related to Alexis and Andy Markowski. Andy Markowski played at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln for the Huskers basketball. He started nearly every single game of his career from freshman to senior year. His daughter, Alexis Markowski, played for Lincoln Pius basketball, that is. She won 3 state championships for the team and with her amazing teammates, and now also plays at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln on the basketball team. Recently, she received all Big Ten preseason honors going into her junior season. Ava Markowski also plays basketball for NE Supreme and volleyball for the club VCN, which is the best club in Lincoln. Reagan Hickey will serve. Serve is out of bounds. She pulls the Bolts within 8. Markowski over the net. Returned by Fatine, who will take a swing on the right side. And Videra finishes it off out of the middle. There's her 3rd kill of the night. Great overpass kill by Lillian Videra. She uses her high vertical, gets up, gets on top of the ball, and swings straight down to the floor. Carlin Francis serve in and over the net. Out to Keely Nobi, who swings into the net. There's her 4th error of the night. Carlin Francis in. One-handed set there, has to result in a free ball. Reagan Hickey will set Morgan Glacier. Down the line, and a kill. It's her 7th and 4th that has been down the line and in. When outside hitters hit down the line, that means the ball is more towards the antenna than inside the court, so that allows them to turn their wrist and their thumb down and snap that ball straight down the line. As Carlin Francis will get an ace. It's her 14th on the season. Carlin Francis back again to serve as the Monarchs are up by 12 points and they are rolling. Serve is in. Out of system ball. Markowski has to set the pin. Reagan Hickey. Vitter out of the middle. Touch off the block and Ava Markowski. Vittera with her 4th kill. Carlin Francis serve flies along for her 2nd service error of the match. Thunderbolts are hoping to get some more points here, but the service run from Seta Hagnorn. Morgan Glacier with the pass. Bump set out to her. She will swing. Ball is in, straight on the line for Morgan Glacier. Everything seems to be falling right for her tonight, and deservedly so. Morgan Glacier is a huge piece to this team in every aspect of it. She's a leader, someone the younger girls look up to, and a great player on the court. There's Cecilia Bryant on the pin, dug by Faith Frame. Taverdi out of the middle, off the block and down. It's not the thunderous kills you're used to from Mia Taverdi, but it certainly gets the job done. Mia Taverdi will pull the Monarchs within 4 points of capturing this game. Senior Faith Frame now back to serve. Dug by Markowski. Set to Venable on the outside. Burden. Dug up. Haley Weagle on the outside there. Burden. Hit up by Riling. Over by Weagle. Lauren Burden. Mia Taverdi. Markowski is there. Venable tip out of the middle. Faith Frame is there. She comes flying in. Down ball by Morgan Glacier. Weagle on the outside, off balance. Here's Morgan Glacier. Again, blocks. Reagan Hickey to Taverdi. Off the block and down! Monarchs win the longest rally of the match so far. Faith Frame once again will continue her service run. The best server on this Monarch team with over 45 aces this year. Carlin Francis with a dolphin dig. Out to Bryant on the pin. There's the first kill of the match for Bryant. first of the night for her. Morgan Glacier with the good dig. She'll give it to Taverdi, who gets blocked. She'll give it to Burden, who gets blocked. Taverdi tried the foot save and it did not work. Pius' parents are not going to let them hear the end of it. Francis with the dig. Out to Glacier. Down the line. Dug by Amelia Weiling. Out to Weigel, who is blocked, but the ball lands out of bounds. The line judge on that side did call a touch, but he was overruled by the R1. Morgan Glacier again to Taverdi, who finally can get the kill out of the middle for the Monarchs. There's her 8th. They pull within 2. Julia Davenport. Serve is over and in. Chesley will set Venable on the outside, who rips it off the hands of Hickey and Taverdi to give the ball to side out. All of this is too little too late for the Thunderbolts. They are down by 12 points and the Monarchs are only 2 points away from winning. As Weigel will serve, Faith Frame with the good dig. And there's Morgan Glacier off the hands as she records her 10th kill of the night. She leads all hitters. Game point now for the Monarchs. Morgan Glacier to serve. Over and in. Venable with the down ball. Faith Frame with the dig. Out to Fatine on the outside. Dug by Riling. Venable out of the middle. Caught in the block. Out to Fatine. Shots off the block. Dug by Riling. Out to the corner. Morgan Glacier with the up. But Davenport is not there to save it. Ball's in. Davenport with the dig. Out to Fatine. High ball. Out of bounds. Fatine with the hitting error. Here is Macy Abel back to serve. Still Monarch game point. Morgan Glacier with the return. Out to Mia Taverdi on the pin. And the Monarchs will win off of a huge kill by Mia Taverdi. I'm Mackenzie Frederick, and this has been Monarchs versus Pius X. Make sure you come to our last game, which is your Monarchs versus the Marion Crusaders.